did want to get your guys' thoughts on this because I'm a little confused as to why this is so difficult for people to understand. So Tom Brady was asked about, is he rooting for the Patriots in the game? And he made a comment like, well, I have no dog in the fight.
It's a bad comment.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I said it the first time we heard it.
So Jonas has his counter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Vince Wilfork called him out. Robert Spillane called him out. Asante Samuel did on social media. Just like, this is BS. This is crap. I mean, like, he's really getting it from a lot of people. Dude, he does have a dog in the fight. He's part owner of another team. He's part owner of the Raiders.
So
okay, but
what?
they're not playing in the Super Bowl.
Okay, but he's like you
and
want.
that will never change what you
He's
were
like, yeah,
to that
I don't have a dog in the fight. And I think Asante Samuel made some comment like, "Is this about you don't want another Patriot quarterback to win a Super Bowl?" What? Like, what is so hard for people to understand?
What is so hard for you to understand? How does Tom Brady, not only the greatest football player in the history of the game, but the greatest football player for the New England Patriots, say, I don't have a dog in the fight of the New England Patriots playing in the Super Bowl? How is that hard to understand that he would say that?
If Tom Brady cuts a fart next to Kevin Burkhardt on set while they're doing NFL on Fox, somebody's going to call him out and say, this is the guy that's representing the league. This is everything he says he's getting heat for. If he comes out and says, yeah, let's go Patriots, I'm rooting for the Patriots,
It's a horrible argument.
No, it's not a horrible argument because anything the guy does gets picked apart because it's a conflict of interest.
That's not why. It's not why. It's not. I mean, you. That's not why everything gets picked apart. Okay. He's one of the greatest of all time, so there's an element of jealousy that plays a role. It's always going to get picked apart. He's getting compensated a bunch of money every year. That's another reason why it gets picked apart.
Why?
He's still building himself in his broadcasting career. So that's another reason it's going to get picked apart. He can openly and freely say, like, hey, I'm rooting for Robert Kraft. I'm rooting for an organization that gave me so much. But at the end of the day, like, I can't pick sides anymore. I'm an analyst or I'm a partial owner in the Raiders. Like, to me, where he failed here was the messaging. And he could have said it in a different way instead of saying, like, very similar to LeBron, I'm taking my talents to South Beach.
Yeah.
You could have left Cleveland and then just worded it a little more appropriately instead of saying that. Because that was one of the biggest issues with how he raised millions for charity that day. No one remembers that. They just remember him saying, I'm taking my talents to South Beach.
And how did you guys thank him? You burned his jersey, so I hope you're happy.
Well, and then he came back, won a championship, then he left again, and people might have burned his jersey then.
He might come back too.
The other part of this is, to me at least, is like it's about the messaging with just not being able to appropriately say, like, I can pull for Mike Vrabel. He's my teammate. Of course I'm rooting for him. Robert Kraft, who gave me an opportunity to become what I've become.
Thank you.
You can say all those things and then still provide but hey, I'm at a different point now where I have to be more unbiased or I'm a part owner of the Raiders, so that's the team I'm trying to build to get here. To me, it was about messaging. As soon as you say I have no dog in the fight, you have taken the easy way out of wanting to get out of a conversation that led to this.
Hey, Tom, you're good by me, buddy. You did nothing wrong. And let me tell you what this is. All this does is confirm what I've been saying. The storylines going into this game were lackluster. And you're drawn at Tom Brady saying, I don't have a dog in the fight as he's being he's not being fair to his former franchise.
But again, it wouldn't be a storyline if he wasn't a Patriot. So that actually plays into the storyline.
He wouldn't be a storyline at all if he did not have the career that he did. And that career was with the New England Patriots.
The matchup actually makes the storyline.
Yeah,
so you're dead wrong in that.
Them.
What do you mean the matchup?
If the Patriots weren't playing in the Super Bowl, his comment wouldn't matter.
And he wouldn't even be asked the question.
Do you understand?
The bottom line is,
what are you missing about this? If Denver was playing, against the Seattle Seahawks, it wouldn't matter as much. You wouldn't be having this conversation because Patriot players would be coming out.
They asked him if he was rooting for the Patriots, and he said, I don't have a dog in the fight.
Correct, which is why it's controversial because the Patriots are playing in the Super Bowl. His former teammate is the head coach. The owner of the team he's the limited partner
and a broadcaster. And again, everything the guy does gets picked apart as a conflict of interest.
You're not an owner of another NFL franchise. You're not on television making the money that you're making if you're not a New England Patriot with the career that he had. Case closed.
So what does that have to do with him saying, I don't have a dog in the fight? What is the problem?
So hold on. Let's get close to home for Jonas. You leave Fox Sports Radio. How many years have you been here?
16.
Okay, so at no point would you say, like, yeah, I'm rooting for him, I'm a big fan. Like, you couldn't come back and say that just because you're working for a different network?
Oh, God, no. No.
You
Riverside. Riverside. Sorry, buddy. Is what it is.
Tom Brady does not have the opportunities in life that he has if he's not the New England Patriot that he was. So whether he wants to acknowledge he has a dog in the fight or not, he always has a dog in the fight when it has to do with the New England Patriots. That's the bottom line.
This is much to do about nothing. But again, it's Friday, and people are looking for stuff to talk about with the Super Bowl.
If he's a former teammate of mine, I'm offended by that.
Let's peel back the layers here.
I'm offended by that.
We could have talked about this days ago, but we're doing it now because there's a lot of stuff. No, there's a lot of stuff that we have not been able to touch on.
Listen,
is anybody wearing the number 12 for New England Patriots in the game on Sunday?
No.
Why?
Because they retired it.
Oh, is Tom Brady's name up around the stadium at Gillette Stadium?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, he must have only played there. That was the only place he played.
And by the way, if Tampa was in the Super Bowl, he could root for them too.
Hey.
Oh, he did go to somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Oh. Okay.
Absolutely. If you're saying you have a problem with his teammates having a problem with him saying there's no dog in this fight, like, bro, so Letterman, like, is there no such thing as a Letterman? Is there no such thing as an alumni? Like, so just because you're not there anymore, now that means that there's just a total separation and disconnect from. Yes, that's
correct.
So he's
you were raised in a really like I know your family was a good family. Like you've told me stories about you weren't raised this way.
Yeah.
You're being you're being
he's being a contrarian.
This is not being a contrarian. This is not being a contrarian. I think
you're not keeping it real.
This is the biggest non-story, and these guys getting sensitive because Tom Brady says I didn't have. It's not like he came out and he said I'm rooting for the Seahawks.
So is it okay when he roots for Michigan?
Stop acting like you bigger than everybody else. That's the problem.
What does
Don't
that
act like you bigger or better.
He's part of the alumni for the Patriots, is he not?
He played at Michigan. So what? If he roots for Michigan, it's college. Like college different than NFL.
Huh?
What do you mean?
The team picked him. And even more so, they even bought into him. They drafted him.
So you guys are really offended by Tom Brady saying I don't have a dog?
I'm not offended because he's not my teammate.
First off, I'm not offended, but I can understand why teammates would be like, dude, what are you talking about? Of course you have a dog in the fight. Of course this is all part of
you've
part of our legacy.
Disassociated with me.
Yeah.
You have disassociated yourself with if you leave here and you're like, I don't fool with Brady or LaVar. I don't have a dog in that fight.
It was called the Patriot way, not Tom Brady's way.
Right. Don't
so
act like
it feels
you're bigger,
like you're
man.
disassociating yourself with the team and the legacy and what everyone built.
He finished his career somewhere else.
So what?
We already crossed that bridge.
By the way, every one of those players who you just mentioned pretty much has played somewhere else.
And if he's got to be so loyal to Bobby Organs, tell Bobby Organs to be loyal to him and make a choice when it came down to it. Choose Tom over Bill. He didn't. Sorry, man. Is what it is.
What type of time you on, bro?
What type of time are you on right now?
Whoa. Unexpected.